So, here's another Destroying Lives for Jesus. This one is dealing with gay conversion therapy. There's zero evidence that these things actually work, tons of evidence that they do a lot of harm, and most consider them abuse of multiple types. You know, you're having kids and adults try to get something that's supposedly wrong with them fixed. Of course, there's no evidence that this stuff actually works or is even possible. Yet they keep doing this stuff. It's all based around nonsensical ideas like gays are, choose to be that way. And that if we just try really hard, we can fix them. Of course, that's bullshit. The problem is that you have those who are not entirely gay, and they lean somewhere more towards bisexual, and they can choose to ignore one preference for another preference you also have. But those who are completely gay, there is no, well, I'm just gonna decide to like women now. They're not attracted to them. It depresses them. It hurts them that they have to hide who they are. They have to pretend to be something they're not. And thankfully, New Jersey, like California, is looking to ban it. And just like in California, this is only banning for under the age of 18, where children cannot be forced into this stuff. And of course, defenders are saying, well, what about the parental rights? And you don't have a right to put your child into abuse. You're not allowed to abuse your child. These things are definitely abusive. They use electroshock therapy. They use other harmful means, not to mention psychological problems. They're basically the parents trying to force the kid into a certain mindset that only the parent wants. And if the kid goes wrong, it's more often they're going along because, well, the pressure the parents are putting upon them. If the kid becomes 18 and decides he wants to do it still, despite all the issues, that's one thing. That's his right. But it's a child's right to make his decision, and I don't feel that the parent has a right to force a kid into something the kid doesn't want within reason. Obviously, if a kid doesn't want to get medical treatment, an allergy shot, vaccinations, or whatever, the parent has rights. But those things we can show that there's actual evidence that they work. There's no evidence that these gay conversion therapies work, and all evidence points to the opposite. That they harm people, they lead to suicide, they lead to depression, and they lead to extreme failure. But again, when has reality ever mattered to the religious? They're just going to keep pushing for these things, keep trying to use these things, because, well, their reality says that God cures people, so therefore he can. Reality be damned. And this kind of pisses me off because, how many kids' lives are ruined by these nonsense beliefs? It's not like something like God where, no real empirical evidence for or against. No, there's empirical evidence against these things and no evidence that they work. It's just wistful thinking by people who are too hateful to realize reality. I don't know, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Rate, comment,